The unstable crime lord Conrad Harrigan, played by Pierce Brosnan, claimed responsibility for the murder of his rival's wife in MobLand Episode 6, but viewers are left to question the veracity of the accusation. In the first few episodes of Paramount Plus' spectacular crime drama, Kevin Harrigan and Harry D'Souza devoted most of their time to attempting to conceal Eddie Harrigan's murder of Tommy Stevenson and maintain calm in London. Nevertheless, at the conclusion of Episode 5, the icy-cold matriarch appeared to have ordered Maeve Harrigan's murder following an undeniably terrible insult hurled at her by a grieving Vron Stevenson. Interestingly, Conrad claimed responsibility for the decision to assassinate Vron Stevenson when the Harrigans banded together at the Cotswolds after it happened. It appeared that Maeve was the one who had pulled the metaphorical trigger, even if he and Maeve had deliberated about executing Vron jointly. Paul seemed to be denying Conrad's account of the hit, while Maeve's obvious shock at his admission suggested he wasn't the one who made the final call. It was then anybody's guess as to who had the last say in Von's death, and why Conrad would claim credit instead. In MobLand, Conrad Harrigan's wife, Maeve, has been an integral part of every big decision he's taken. Although he has frequently been the one to formally decide to do things like forgive Eddie or kill Archie, it has always been Maeve encouraging him, or even labeling him a coward if he doesn't. After realizing that Maeve's influence was expanding far beyond his control, Conrad reclaimed power by accepting the blame for Von's murder. Conrad clearly wants to re-establish his status as a feared criminal king, as he remembers his nicknames, Conrad the Dread and 100 Guns Harrigan, referenced in Episode 6. At first glance, Maeve's manipulative tactics appeared to be directing Conrad back in that direction. It was as if she wanted to paint him and the Harrigan crime family as the most dreaded criminals in London. In that light, although murdering his rival's son and wife gives him an air of menace and ferocity, it does little to bolster his intelligence. Conrad Harrigan is clearly not Conrad the Dread anymore, even though he is the leader of a prosperous criminal organization from the very first episode of MobLand. Instead of a terrifying and deadly mobster, we get an erratic elderly man who has lost control of both his criminal empire and his family. Despite Conrad's subsequent blubbering over disrespect, Maeve and Eddie conspired behind his back to assassinate Tommy Stevenson. However, Conrad had nothing to do with organizing a war or forcing the Stevensons to leave London. The chess pieces have always been moved by Maeve, occasionally with Conrad's own hand. Given that her every move has made Conrad lose control of his family, criminal organization, and freedom, not to mention that Maeve probably called the police anonymously regarding Archie's body, it's becoming increasingly clear that she isn't looking out for Conrad's best interests. Over the course of MobLand's 6 episodes, Conrad's position as leader of the Harrigan crime family has deteriorated, making him more susceptible to a plot hatched by his own betrayed wife.